in the second period. 1-1 score between the one seed.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Terrapin, their rookie quarterback from the University of Maryland.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in the age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Off the play fake, Ward. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Ward. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Stevenson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Ward. And that'll be incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up.
And under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the first down.
And they'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Sometimes your process get challenged at times you don't want them too. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking for the Creeps, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And down to the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Singleton with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied error. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Come on.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
We haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
3rd and 4.
Here we go. 76.
To throw is Ward. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Leonard Williams. And they're to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They run over center with Mitchell. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. When you look at this defense, this crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And a big game that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Calhoun. He's brought down at the 34, calling a gain of 4.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
But he's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Henry, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Come on.
They'll give Henry another shot. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Calhoun. And it's caught. Touchdown. Trey Tucker. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken the lead.
Yeah, now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
They get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Bulldozes past him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing now, Ward.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's go and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Now this offense ready to head back out there.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Calling a gain of a yard. And now we've got a third down and 3. Here's Ward. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Pick up on the play. And a first down.
Throwing again here, Ward. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. 2 yards to go, second down.
A.J. Brown. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback down there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Ward. He's got it with the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Extra point right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Off the play fake. Calhoun
Let's one go downfield for Pierce.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And it is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's one go downfield for Pierce.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That could really, really be demoralizing.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Dallas Goedert in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Drive there in just 4 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
This game, they did get hit once on this transition play right here.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Mistake, trade a walking, and first down and 10. Nice rebound play.
27-yard line.
That's a great play.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Ham. Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football.
No question. No question. And the periods have been pretty similar in the fact that UConn's had the competition. They've had shots on goal.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 32. Great return. The home team's offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And you can see he leads the league in rushing as he enters his final week. So we'll see how involved they want him to be here in this regular season finale. Second half begins with a run by Henry. He gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Looking to throw. Calhoun. His throw incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches are asking their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
It's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
I think we're going to like our results.
A whole lot of penalties for your squad, 7 through the opening 40 minutes. You guys afraid to take your foot off the gas here? You're playing really physical.
Yeah, I think that's kind of our bread and butter. We like to be a hard team to play against, but, we do need to tone it down a little bit. Trey's made some big saves for us, so, try and keep it out of the penalty box and play 5-5 because that's where we're at our best.
Porter Martone, thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
On the way, the guys with the player to watch the rest of the day, the sleeper team, and a goalie that had 49 saves in his conference championship game. Unveil that next.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis?
Now the offense heading back out there. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing is Ward. And his throw here is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. They'll look to set up his blockers. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense about ready to take over again. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
At the 46-yard line.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
First down, here's Mitchell. And a result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
Right back to Mitchell here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They keep it with Henry on first down. He'll get this down inside the 10 for pickup number 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. It's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Ricky Pearsall. A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up his secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around, they're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from this head coach.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
A gain of a yard.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9.
At the 22-yard line.
Now Ward. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Moore. That's laid out deep for Rice. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they'll send out their punter now. as he's on here to punt it away. And he fields it cleanly. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down. At the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A give here to Mitchell.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
At the 31-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
Ready, break.
From the 31, here's a second down and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This is caught by Tucker. They've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to give him a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt it in, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Ward now from the gun on third down. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we do share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. to maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the...
Fights through, and now a crease. He's still on his feet, and he's in for a score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Visitors 10.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Ward now working out of the gun. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
18 yards. Brings up second down at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Moore. Under pressure, and down he goes. Zach Ball in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Ward from the gun on third down. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. And on now is the punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Taking it about the 36. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position.
Great video of the Panthers Stanley Cup run last year. He said, see, everyone's playing in the most critical games of the final with 10-plus minutes. That's going to be us this season. I need all of you.
Yeah, he said, quote, he doesn't fear who they're playing. That's part of the identity of this team. And he wrote those lines. That's what I love. He's really trying to get the most effort from each and every player on his hockey team. And you could tell.
Take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Keller. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defense in front. They get the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the home team here,
a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5.
and now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for our visitors,
it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8.
But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.
I'm going to see where I see that.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So much. The Hockey Humanitarian Award finalists this year. Thanks so much for the cancer treatment.
Raising money for that cause, nearly $200,000 this year alone.
Hey, are you almost here? Yeah, Ashley just got in. How many more minutes? I can't hear you. You're breaking up. Okay. Okay. He's almost here. Oh. Yeah. One of those days we and her on a different page.